From the News Channel 5 Network, this is OpenLine.
And good evening and welcome into Open Line. I'm Chuck Long. Great to be along with you on this Thursday evening. Have a terrific show for you ahead. You know, a lot of times when you think about senior care, when is the time to do it? When is the time that you need to approach it? So many questions, what to do, what not to do. We're going to help answer those questions for you. And as always, this is Open Line, so we love to hear from you. So if you have any questions throughout the next hour, just give us a call at 737-7587. That's 737-7587, 737-plus, if you want to go that way. Of course, you can also tweet us as well. We'll get those questions right along to our special guest tonight. And our special guest, very glad that you're here. Josh Smithson is the owner of Seniors Plus More. Nice to have you here, Josh.
Thank you.
And we're also welcoming Beverly Headley, and she is owner of Nashville Care Managers. So
Yes.
great to have you along with us, Beverly.
Thank you, Chuck.
Now, tell me a little bit about Josh. We want to start with you. Owner of Seniors Plus More. So kind of explain to our viewers what that is.
Well, Seniors Plus More is a non-medical in-home care service. We cover all of Middle Tennessee. Most of all of our caregivers are certified nursing technicians. We provide in-home care service as companionship, meal preparation, bathing, dressing, anything to do with your everyday living.
And it's seniors, but if someone 40s, 50s, how does that work?
We can still service them.
Okay, that is good to know. All right, so Beverly, let's talk a little bit about Nashville Care Managers.
Yes, Nashville Care Managers is a agency, geriatric care management agency, and I'm a certified geriatric care manager, part of the National Association. We provide services. We go into the home and do assessments of people's needs. We do home coordination of needs. We coordinate with physicians. We just give guidance to families when they struggle to know what does mom or dad need. And we give that guidance and work closely with agencies such as Josh.
Well, what do you find some of the questions are when people first meet with you? What do they ask?
They say, I don't understand what's going on with my parent. I'm going to my parents' house and I'm just concerned about them. They don't appear to be eating, or they appear to be losing weight. I'm concerned about them. When I call them and ask them, what did the doctor say today? And they say, he said I was fine. And you don't really feel like that is the correct answer that someone is giving you, because a lot of times they've forgotten what the doctor said, or even to ask the doctor about a specific issue.
Well, and both of you provide such a needed service. How did you become involved with this, Josh?
Well, I started helping with my grandmother, and then started in with in-home care service and started Seniors Plus More.
Okay, and what about you, Beverly? How did you?
I walked through aging with my parents, who both lived into their late 80s, and I thought, if this is so hard for me as a nurse, how difficult is this for someone who does not have a medical background? And so that is the original agency that I started, was how can I reach out and help other families not struggle as much as I struggled even as a nurse, because we have a complicated medical system.
We absolutely do. And as we were talking before the show, I tell you, I learned so much when my mom went through a lot of this too, because you don't know who to turn to. You don't know if you're doing the right thing. You don't know when to maybe go to the doctors and you start asking the questions as opposed to them asking the questions. And so it helps so much to have both of you to be able to ask those questions. And especially with Thanksgiving coming up next week, and a lot of us are going to be with our families, kind of what do you think people should do if they feel like their parents are getting to that point?
Well, I think that they should, definitely give us a call, and then we could assess the situation. If they're looking for, scratches on the car, or somebody not opening up their mail and paying their bills, etc., and then we could be able to help get in there and, with Beverly, be able to help assess the situation.
And we were also talking a little bit before the show. Your end of it is more of the non-medical needs, and your end of it, Beverly, is more of the medical needs. And you guys tag team. So how did you guys get together?
Well, we started working on a complicated medical case, and Josh's caregivers came in and provided just invaluable service to these folks, and so we were able to see that that is a good combination of us working together, where we go in and address the medical, and he takes care of the day-to-day needs of people, while we just work together and form that cohesiveness for the family, so they don't have to deal with all that day-to-day. And then when they're worried about medical or complicated medication regimens, we're there to help with that.
All right, well, if you just tuned in, you are tuning into OpenLine. We are talking about senior care. What do you do? What kind of questions can you ask? And of course, we're here with the experts. This is your show, so make sure you give us a call, jot those questions down. As you watch, we'll be talking back and forth with Josh and Beverly throughout the hour, but as soon as you have a question, just give us a call at 737-7587. Now, one of the things that you need to look for, signs that may indicate that your parent needs help at home. So I'm just going to kind of go through some of the list, and you can talk me through this, talk our viewers through this. Spoiled food that doesn't get thrown away.
Yes, when you come to visit, you may notice that there's, and I'm not talking, I think we all have a jar of mustard that might be out of date.
Right.
We're not really talking about that.
Yeah.
But what we are talking about is food that you look at this and it's months and months and months out of date, and it's maybe meat or cheese or something like that, that they're just overlooking that. They're just not noticing that is there. So that's a big flag when you see that, especially if it's paired with weight loss.
Okay, good to know. What about missing important appointments?
Well, I think Josh can speak to that.
Okay.
Well, you know, a lot of times we'll go in and we'll see that, you know, clients are missing doctor's appointments, important appointments that they might need. And so, you know, that goes back to, you know, Beverly, that, you know, she's a case manager and she'd be able to help, you know, and make sure that those persons are getting, you know, that clients getting to their appointments.
And not just medical appointments. So, I mean, even
Hair appointments,
right.
Grocery store, anything to do with their everyday living. Sometimes that they will miss those appointments.
And these are signs that you can look for with aging parents, with aging relatives, friends, close friends of the family. What about this one? Unexplained bruising.
Well, a really big risk for our elders is balance, and so we see falls as being just such a major contributor to hospitalizations. Your parents may be falling and not telling you, so you're noticing those bruises, and you know, that's when you want to pay attention to their balance. You want to watch, are they using the wall to surf along instead of actually being able to walk in a normal heel-to-toe fashion. And so when you start seeing those bruises, you've got to wonder, are there falls that we're not aware of?
Oh, okay. All right. We just had a caller who left a message and said, what areas do you offer services in?
National Care Manager serves Davidson, Williamson County, and we will go a little further out for that in special cases to do assessments to get people on the right track.
Okay. Actually, I think we've got our caller back, so we're going to go to the lines right now. Peter, good evening. You're on OpenLine. Glad you're with us. You have a question or a comment for Josh or Beverly? Can you hear us, Peter?
Oh.
Are you there, Peter? Peter, you might want to either turn the television down a little or move away just a little bit from the TV. Sometimes we get a little feedback. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have a question or a comment for Josh or Beverly?
Yes. My question is, could you speak a little bit to the geographical areas that you service with your company? Is it all throughout the national area? Is it greater than that? And maybe you could elaborate a little bit on just the type of services that you provide. It's a very interesting show, and congratulations to both of your guests. Very interesting show. show so far.
Yeah, absolutely. Very, very needed services. So, Beverly, do you want to go ahead and address that?
Yes, we serve all of Davidson County and also Williamson County. We do at times go outside of those counties, but we feel like we do provide better service to our clients if they are fairly close to us, because we're pretty hands-on and like to be able to see our clients on fairly often in guiding them through. We do work with people, adult children from all over the country. We have adult children in just every state in the union, and they call us and find us on the web page for the National Association, which is caremanager.org, and they can find us that way. So, you know, we're here in this area, and we're locally owned and operated. We're not a franchise, so we're here for this area.
All right. Well, Peter, thank you so much for watching this evening, and we appreciate the call.
Did Josh have a chance to answer?
Go ahead, Josh.
Well, we service all of Middle Tennessee. Like, you know, to Beverly, we do like our clients closer to us. We are located in here in Nashville, and so that we try to keep our clients close to us. Most of all of our clients are in the Middle Tennessee area.
All right. Well, we're going to take a break. Again, you're watching Open Line. We were talking about senior care, the best approach, when to do it. I know you have a lot of questions. Jot those questions down. Give us a call. We're going to take a short break, but when we come back, we will take some of those calls and we'll return speaking with our special guest. So come on back with us.